The following program is brought to you by Podcast One Sportsnet. Don't forget to download our new Podcast One app.
The following is a presentation of Podcast One.
Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, who you guys come to see tonight? Shaq, we're on live.
It's a Shaq podcast. It's a Shaqcast. Welcome back. I'm Shaq.
Boom shakalaka.
Today on the big podcast with Shaq, yes, it turns out we actually still do a podcast. We'll catch up on the NBA Finals. We'll catch up on Roseanne. And there seems to be no love for Philadelphia. We'll get a visit from our old friend John Ack the Magnificent, who is bound to light the NBA Finals on fire. Of course, we will get Borderline. And with the return of Beat Shazam, we're going to bring back a Shaqcast game, Beat Kazam. Now live from the Shaq Cave in Atlanta, Georgia, it's John Kincaid and the Big Hoffa, the Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal.
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Jerkoff.
And she said it with such conviction.
I know, didn't she?
I think that's awesome.
Then she goes, forgive me. Like, that's not the most embarrassing moment in this woman's life.
Julie Jerkoff.
It was a clear black night.
Oh, welcome back. It's year 4 of the big podcast with Shaq beginning.
The number one podcast for 4 years in a row. Wow.
We're
incredible,
this
isn't
is
it?
year
Must
4.
be nice.
We have to see how well we do this year. Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, we're going to do good
John
this year
Kincaid.
because I'm taking us, we're going to take us to new levels this year.
Oh, I like that.
I got something in store for everybody.
Level 1 is showing up for the podcast.
First of all, we work.
Yes, we do.
work.
We do.
No, we're going to start giving these people the best of, because I think a lot of people miss out. So every now and then, when John's on vacation, when I'm doing something, we're going to give them a best of.
Oh, yeah, we've never
different.
done that.
We're different. That's why we're number one. We don't have to follow podcast rules. We are the rules of Podcast One. And whoever don't like it can mother...
There it is. King Kong.
There he is.
on me.
How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain.
Well, you can, but nobody gives a damn. Let's be honest.
Guess who's in the studio with me today?
Who is that?
Katy Perry and the Jonas Brothers.
And the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah, I got Katy Perry and I got one of the youngest Jonas Brothers.
Okay, name one of the Jonas Brothers.
Come on, Nicholas.
What?
Nick, all right,
Oh, no,
Yeah,
Nick.
Nicholas. Yeah,
Nick.
Nick.
He's
Nicholas,
the
same
youngest.
thing.
He's the
Same
youngest.
thing.
Is he shirtless?
Yes,
Because he never
is.
wears clothes. The kid walks.
Yes.
I'd walk around naked if I looked like him.
Yeah, he is.
So I got to
He
tell you, why is he at Podcast One out? Now, you're out in L.A., we're back in Atlanta.
Yep, he's
Just so everybody
sitting there.
knows. He's just
And
sitting there?
Katy Perry sitting right in front of me.
I like Katie.
Me too.
I like Katie. I
John's
bet you
licking
did.
his lips. It's kind of
I
awkward.
bet you did. Is Left Shark there?
Who's left shark?
Remember from the Super Bowl performance?
No, he's not
Remember they
there.
had the left shark and the
that's
right shark.
Yeah, no.
They was doing that.
Oh,
to
yeah, I remember that,
They
yeah.
had that a little bit. So,
John,
yes.
only white people pay attention to that. The black people was looking at Katie and her dance. Only the white guys are
Wait a minute.
looking
Me
at the
too.
graphics. And
Me too.
I'm just saying.
Got to be careful when you're for the podcast. God knows who's going to.
John, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the big deal in Philly, the guy having 5 accounts? So what? Who cares?
Oh, we're going
Wait
to
a
get right
minute.
into that. All
Wait,
right.
okay, let's get right
wait
to
a
it.
minute, John.
Do it, man.
What? Brian
I'm asking. Okay.
Colangelo is the president of the club.
And he can't have
guess
4 or
what?
5 Twitters ago?
And he has Twitter accounts where he is.
So what?
He is trolling players in his own organization.
What they freaking do?
No.
If his players ain't you're allowed to talk about him.
Guess
you're allowed
what?
to say this player can't play. He sucks.
Here's what
you're
I
allowed to do that.
Guess what you're allowed. You are
Oh,
allowed to
my
do
God.
that. You are allowed to do that. But guess what, Shaq? How about this? He's a 50-something-year-old man. Sprout a pair and bring that player into a room, and you tell him for yourself. Don't
Whippy.
hide behind a fake Twitter account or let
Whippy
your
freak.
wife do it.
What's the problem? He
You're
do
letting
have a
your
Twitter
wife
account.
tweet
So what?
out?
So that's why they lost now? Because the guy had a fake Twitter account?
No.
Listen, it's all about winning and losing. All that other stuff, it don't matter about that. Who cares?
This is
the man had a fake Whoopi freaking
No,
do.
the man had numerous fake accounts and then lied
John,
about it.
so what? Who cares?
He
It
lied
doesn't
about
mean-
it.
John, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter if a
Integrity
guy has-
doesn't matter?
First of all, it has nothing to do with integrity. The guy has 4 or 5 accounts. Whoopie do has
Okay,
nothing to do with the players or running the organization. Who cares?
Shaq,
Guy has 5 accounts.
Shaq, at any time during your tenure with the Lakers or Miami or Orlando, did management ever call you in and have a beef with you about something?
No, they just traded me. I got traded
They
5
never
times.
They never ever had a beef with you?
Well, yeah. They,
Okay.
Yeah,
And
had
they
a
were-
lot
I
of
bet
beef
you
with me.
Jerry
And
West-
they would trade me. No. Jerry West and Steve Kerr was the only one who had enough balls to call me. Everybody else traded me.
Okay, well, the guys
they
that
just traded me with no warning or nothing.
The guys that called you had the balls to call you to stand eye to eye with you and talk to you.
Okay, but the other guys who didn't have balls and just trade me, it ain't something that you whine and cry about. They're making a big deal of a guy having 4 or 5 Twitter accounts talking about players. So what?
No.
If you don't tweet about him, he's going to email about him. He's going to talk about. This is what general managers and people do.
I don't believe that for a second.
John Stocker, people always have something to say.
You're telling me Jerry West
remember what Danny Ferry said, right?
Yeah, well, I know what he said.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
I don't want to do that.
If it's not going to be tweeted, it's going to be emailed, it's going to be said to somebody in the office, it's going to be said at dinner, it's going to be said to another coach.
Then guess what? Own it when you are found out.
Okay,
don't lie about it. He lied about it.
But I'm saying, why are people crying because the guy had 5 accounts?
Because of the fact that he's trashing members of his own organization.
Whoopee freaking
Wait a minute. If I went into the offices of 680 The Fan and had fake Twitter accounts and was trashing other shows or management.
Yeah, like you don't do that.
I would be, don't give away my names. I would be fired. Mr. Dickey would fire me.
Why would you be fired?
Because if I was going, David Dickey's a lousy boss, using fake Twitter accounts. Well, that's exactly what he did about his players.
Oh, listen. And what did he say that was so wrong about his players?
I don't. You see, now you're backtracking.
No, I'm just asking what he said.
His wife's saying this guy's out dancing when he should be. He can't be playing.
And what's wrong with
trashing.
That?
Because
that's not trash. That's facts.
Just own it. Then just own it. Then you're the general manager, or you're his wife.
Okay, but what's so bad about his wife saying this guy shouldn't be out dancing? He should be practicing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Then why doesn't she put her name to it?
She don't have to put her name because you know why? You know why? Because this world and people like you are so sensitive. If she does put her name to it,
why is she?
Everybody's going to say something.
So she's hiding out under anonymous accounts.
No, she's putting in a fake name so people like the complainers don't have anything to say.
Oh my God,
Bryan Colangelo, I'm not mad at you.
Guess what?
This is why you guys get uninvited to the White House, because of stuff like this.
See, this is what happens, I guess, you're not getting invited to the White House.
What happened with that?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
The Eagles were disinvited. The Eagles weren't allowed to. The Eagles were invited to the White House,
right.
And then President Trump disinvited them because he felt that not enough people were going to show up, so they disinvited the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's telling the Eagles they can't come.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, it's the people's house. It's not his house. Who's he to tell them that they can't show up?
They didn't want to go anywhere, John.
Well, no, there was a smaller delegation.
No, John, he made it easy for them.
Only 5 of them were going.
No, 10 were going.
10?
10 out of 45.
Fake news Alex in there.
10 out of 45.
Yeah.
Alex, you're watching too much MSNBC.
He just made it easy for him. He just made it easy
No, he
for him.
didn't.
Yeah.
Nick Foles wanted to go. The Super Bowl MVP wanted to go.
Oh, he did?
And he disinvited him. Yes, he was there and he was going. And he was going to be there.
Well, if Nick wants to go, he can still go.
No, he can't. He wasn't invited. I mean, they disinvited him.
Yeah.
And the best part is the president said it was because the team didn't agree with. They wanted to stay in the locker room during the anthem, and then people wanted to kneel. The Eagles did neither of those things. They were one of 9 NFL teams that had no kneelers, and they never ever stayed in the locker room. That was the Steelers. He has no idea. He has no idea. He needs someone to take over his Twitter. Colangelo's wife
should run his
take
Twitter.
over Donald Trump's Twitter account.
Leave that man's wife alone.
He should. Oh, wait now.
There's nothing wrong with what she did.
What if somebody was tweeting as you?
I don't care.
You wouldn't care at all?
No, not at all.
Ah.
Why would I care?
I'm thinking of a new segment.
No.
Fake Shaq Twitter account. Fake Shaq.
Guess what? Things that you can't control, you never worry about. But I'm saying, hey, listen, they had a fake account because of sensitive people in this world, and they were telling how they feel. Whoopie-doo.
All right. Did you go to graduation? We saw the video.
What kind of question is that?
Sharif graduated. Congratulations,
yes.
Sharif.
I wasn't going to miss that for the world, and I had to work that day.
Okay. So it's different than the podcast. You weren't going to miss that.
I'm just telling you. Just do a best of.
I'm just saying. You missed that, which is good. I just want to make sure. How did it feel, though, to see him walking across?
Makes me feel old, but it feels good. It's nice to know that you have beautiful children and listen. And he's so wonderful that he's almost perfect. Really is. I remember when I was 18 and having some of the stuff he had, I was all over the place. And he's he's just so humble. He's just so nice. He's a great kid. Everywhere I go, people say, "Hey, man, you did a great job." So, just want him to just have fun. And I don't put pressure on him. I always tell him, "Hey, we don't need another basketball player in this house. I need some engineers. I need some CEOs. I need some people that can run corporations." So, hey, if you make it at this little NBA thing, cool. If not, we definitely got a lot to fall back on.
And you need somebody to stop flipping that little cap or whatever it is. What is it?
What are you?
It's rattling.
What are you, ear hustling? That's all you hear.
That's all we can hear.
But we can
keep hearing it in the background.
That's all he took away.
It was so sentimental until I'm hearing like click, 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 click. Hey,
and the fact that you know what it is scares me. Is that a bottle top?
Is that a
Snapple cap?
What was it there? It sounded like a Snapple cap.
From a Nestle Pure Life 2-inch bottle.
By the way, how many attempts did you have on those 3-pointers you were shooting with Steph Curry?
None.
Oh, so it wasn't edited.
How do you edit a shot going in, John?
No. I know you made the shot.
Okay,
but how many shots did you take?
It doesn't matter. When I give you the finished product, it's going in. That's all you need to see or remember. Yeah.
Jerry Colangelo's wife said you made 9 of 11.
Yes. Jerry Colangelo's wife. Hey, guess what? New segment. Jerry Colangelo's wife.
What did she tweet? What did she tweet? Yes, that'll be next week's show. I will get in 2 weeks. That'll premiere.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Colangelo's wife tweets. What did she tweet? Because I'm sure she's going to have a lot to say.
That's great.
Coming up with this. How have you enjoyed the final, Shaq?
I like it.
At this point, it's 2-0 in favor of Golden State.
Yeah, we're taping the night of Game 3.
This series could be over by the time this episode airs.
Yeah, it could be over.
It won't be.
We'll see.
I think Cleveland's going to get at least one, right?
See.
They got to get one, right?
The others for the Cavs step up. They didn't step up in Game 1, I'll tell you that.
Well, and I wanted to ask you about this. And I know this is because we kind of missed a week, but what would you have done to J.R. Smith after Game 1? Because I know that
Rob and I thought you might have laid hands on him.
Physically abuse that man.
2018 lawsuits. Okay, you can't punch, you can't smack. I probably would have went with the choke against the locker.
Yeah, see, I knew it. There had to be hands laid upon him. For
that.
For that.
We both said that. We both thought you would lay hands on, but you wouldn't do it publicly.
No, you can't do it publicly.
Wouldn't do it publicly.
No.
Yeah.
No. It would be in the locker room, but
you just flip him like that bottle cap. I can't even imagine what Shaq would do to that guy.
Oh, he'd kill him.
I mean,
I think
LeBron showed great restraint. I thought he showed great restraint.
However, everybody always wanted to, free throws. I always tell people, percentages don't mean nothing unless you make them. Jordan Clarkson, who's a great free throw, should have missed one. And then JR got the rebound surprisingly. Obviously, he wasn't paying attention. But if Jordan Clarkson, who's 80%, whatever his name is, if he's 80% from the line, you make them both. So I always tell people, Shaq, you're not a great free throw shooter. You're right. But when I needed to hit him, I hit him all the time.
Well, don't let JR off the hook here.
No.
He was brain dead.
No, it's Jordan Clarkson's fault because he got to hit the free throws.
All right.
Well, if he hit that free throw, nothing. If he hit the free throw, we go up one. Yeah, that's it.
Now, LeBron got trolled by Steve Kerr, though, after the game.
What did he say?
Well, okay, here. So you remember after the game, LeBron was getting asked about J.R. Smith. He said, be better tomorrow. Well, here's the end of Kerr's presser after Game 2.
Be better tomorrow.
That's LeBron.
Oh, boy.
By the way, I thought you guys were much better today. Good job.
Steve Kerr, just a little jab. I thought you guys were much better today. After they won Game 2.
That is fun. A little gamesmanship there.
Hey, that's what you got to do, baby.
So Shaq Fu is out.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, and I put this on here for one reason only.
Trying to get a free game cartridge?
Yes, and apparently you can fight Kanye West as Barack Obama in the Shaq Fu game.
Why would Kanye? Why would you do that?
Because he's all pro-Trump now.
Oh gosh, that's pretty funny.
Why wouldn't you do that? Is the question.
That's hilarious.
Great.
That is very funny.
You did. There's a couple things we would have done on last week's show that I didn't want to just pass them up.
Okay.
Stop telling people I miss shows. So they don't even know that.
Oh yeah, because I didn't get 600,000.
I only got tweets and emails. I only got like 50 tweets about it.
Yeah. That's all right.
All right.
Kevin Love. I want to play this clip that you and Chuck on Kevin Love when he had to miss Game 7. And this caught a little flack.
Kevin Love is not going to play
Kenny, Ernie,
in Game 7.
Ain't nothing holding me from no Game 7.
Okay.
I'm going straight to Walgreens, get some Advil. We going to play.
I'm with you on this. I'm not missing a Game 7.
I thought you said you were a doctor.
I am a
I thought
doctor.
you said you were a doctor.
No, hell no.
You've got a concussion.
I ain't
Take
got
an
nothing.
Advil.
Nope, that's right.
Well,
Game 7, I'm ready to go.
When you're 60-year-old and shaking,
Jackson turned 5.
when you're 60 and shaking, and then you're going to be saying, I should have sat out.
So Ernie obviously got on you there. You have a concussion, take an Advil.
First of all, don't use the word under fire for me. Go ahead, finish it.
What? No, it's
no. You said Charles Barkley come on under fire.
Oh,
from
yes,
who?
yes.
Under fire from who?
Oh man, I got so many articles.
Okay,
don't say them.
Go ahead.
No, I mean I can go back through and find every one if you want me to cite each article.
Go ahead.
But yeah, no,
it
was a lot of like
media
how
outlets.
can you look at a concussion, which is a serious
first
injury,
of all,
and
it's not a
say,
concussion. I don't want to hear that crap. Cut it out.
well,
I don't want to hear
that's
that.
what he was diagnosed with.
Diagnosed, schmiagnosed. Listen, let me tell you something. Game 7. I'll tell the doctor to get out of my face, and that's why I got 4 rings, because I'm a warrior, and that's why I walk crazy now. That's why my back's messed up. That's why my hips messed up. I'm a warrior, okay? And guess what? When it's all said and done and I'm all broken over and crippled, I'm not going to be like, this is what I love, this is what I enjoy, this is what I accept as a warrior, period. I don't care what people say. You can't have no wussy tell me about winning. That's what I would do. If you don't like it, that's not my problem. Get out of my face with that under fire for the crap. This is what warriors do. And you know what? I love looking in the mirror and seeing my back hurt and my hips hurt and my Achilles ripped out, because guess what? I did it my way, and I did it legendary. My name will be around forever. So all these wussies talking about, diagnosed, I don't want to hear that crap.
All
Me,
these
Shaquille
wussies.
O'Neal, I'm not missing no Game 7 for nobody. I'm going to the store, I'm getting some Advil
Icy
and some
hot.
anti-inflammatories, and I'm going to come and put on a performance for the people, and we're going to have a parade.
You're
Period.
taking
And
the
whoever don't
general.
like
You and
that-
the general are hopping in a car, getting some icy hot.
And whoever don't like that ain't my problem. Doctors included. Thank you very much. Under fire.
I love that.
Get out of here.
That's a mic drop.
Now,
on
you
that
should have told this to Roseanne, right? She might have not had her show canceled if she had taken your advice.
Yeah, what did she do?
Okay, so Roseanne got on Twitter, this would have been last week,
yes,
and said, tweeting about former Obama senior advisor Valerie Jarrett was,
got it,
quote, the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby. That was the tweet. He likes it.
Wow.
No, yeah, that was the tweet.
Wow.
That was the tweet. And within hours, ABC canceled her show.
ABC canceled her show.
Damn.
They canceled her show. Obviously, they've never listened to this podcast. Oh, no.
Don't play that.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Don't play that.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Play that.
That got Roseanne fired.
Man.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, John.
I mean, seriously though,
Yeah,
Shaq,
that's a bad joke.
we live in an era now though
it's a
where
bad joke. No, it's a bad. Let me tell you something, right? See, like me, I've been called every name in the book, so I have really, really tough skin. So nothing you say is gonna hurt me. I've been called Little D. Whatever, I've been called everything book. So,
those women shouldn't have said that to you after this.
That's right. But I'm just saying,
have called you little.
B-Dog knows this. You can't use monkey and ape.
No,
you're talking to black people.
That's a sure way to get your head knocked off your shoulder. That's a sure way for you to get knocked out.
Yeah. Look, 4 words we don't like: the N-word, coon, monkey, and ape.
Yep.
You call us, call black people any one of those words. Your ass gonna be.
You better have a good 40 time.
Can I ask a good, a serious question though?
Yeah.
She's a comedian, right?
Right.
Is there a line?
She's a comedian that tells jokes in bad taste.
I always thought that there was no line for comedians. I always thought that, but I guess now, a lot of comedians, some take flack, and then they could become under fire, whatever that means, and they come out and do apologies. Okay. What if she would have said the Muslim Brotherhood and And what if she would have named a character from the Planet of the Apes? Is that the same thing?
Oh, like Dr. Zayas or something?
Yeah, Dr. Zayas. What if she said Muslim Brotherhood and
No,
Dr.
it still would have been bad.
Use the
people
word?
would've- Yeah, it still would have been bad.
I don't know.
Well,
Hey,
yeah, I mean,
she
but
had
that's,
every.
but
She,
however, on the
However.
however, on the sensitive side, that is very bad and painful and hurtful, and should not be said.
It is
under Ambien or not.
Yeah, and then she blamed it on Ambien. Yeah.
And Ambien sent out a tweet. Hey,
racism is
our
what?
products do not cause you to be racist.
The tweet should have just said, "Hey,
Exactly. Don't blame us.
What are you
Don't blame
doing?
us.
All right.
Oh, man. Hey, Shaq, these days news travels lightning fast, which is great if you're a sports fan because status updates, breaking news, notifications, Twitter feeds, you can always be up to the minute on every team and every game. While this is great for sports, it's the opposite when it comes to buying a car. You go online and you're bombarded with numbers. You get the invoice, the list price, the dealer price. It's very confusing and it's hard to recognize a good price, but not anymore because we introduced to you True Price from TrueCar.
It's the only price you need to know because it's exactly what you'll pay for the car you want, including fees and accessories. How do you know if True Price is great price? Because TrueCar will show you what other people pay for the same car you want. So you know how to recognize a good price.
And your certified dealers know this, so they set their true price competitively so that they can win your business.
So when you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar to enjoy a more confident car buying experience.
Some features are not available in all states. We did, though.
Stop the music.
What happened? Turn off John Ack. What happened?
What do you mean come under fire? What the hell is that?
Well, you're still on that.
Yeah, because I'm not a kid. The only person that can bring me under fire is my mother. So all these people coming under fire, listen, you don't have to agree with what I say.
So Roseanne should have just worried about your mom.
No, I'm just saying. In this world we live in, you either agree or you don't. You don't always have to comment. Like all these people, what do you? I'm just saying if that was me, and the doctor came and said you can't play, I'll tell the doctor you need to get out my face. I'm not missing Game 7. I'm not disrespecting the people that have concussions. I'm not doing it. I'm just saying if it was me. That's all I'm saying. I ain't nothing gonna make me miss Game 7. So all these people that ain't got real jobs and don't have real families, don't have real lives and got time to be in the comments, I'm not reading it. You're wasting your time.
I do find it funny though that Samantha Bee on her low-rated TBS show can call the president's daughter the C word, and the audience erupts in laughter and clapping.
Yeah.
And nobody says she should lose her job. She should take away her job, take away her employment. We have double standards.
Is she a comedian?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is.
All right, well, you got to let that go. She's a comedian. Let her go, John. She's a comedian, John. John,
is it because it wasn't a racial thing?
No. If it's a joke and the crowd
the C word is as vile as it gets.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Calling a woman the C word is as vile as it gets. There's nothing worse that you can call a woman.
Well,
just as you said, the list of things that you can't call a black person, it's just as vile to call any American woman or any woman at all the C word.
Let me ask. Excuse me, honey bunny.
Asking someone in studio.
Did you just say honey bunny?
Yes.
Seriously, in the Me Too movement, you're calling her honey bunny?
Yeah.
Well,
It's Katie. What's up?
Meet Mr. Weinstein there in studio with you.
Jeez, see? If somebody calls you, because the African Americans, we don't really use this term, but if somebody calls you the C word, is that disrespectful?
I'd be pretty pissed about it.
Okay,
but
is there anything worse that a man can call a woman?
What about the B word?
Oh,
what?
No, they're fine with that.
No, we're not.
Guess what?
So hold on. The C word
I'm married
is
to
worse
a
than the B
Jamaican
word.
woman. Believe me, she yells at me every time.
Oh, see, you know what, John? What? I'm learning something new. I never knew that the C word was worse than the B word. Okay,
it's the
John,
worst
you're
word.
right.
Yeah, don't do it.
It's the worst word. You don't
C
do
word
that.
is like
but if you're making fun of President Trump's daughter, the audience will erupt and laugh at it. She has and they'll be ignorant like
John.
that. And they're the same people who are going, fire Roseanne, fire her.
Well, let me give you this one. Since we're back on this, let me give you this one. Jeff Ross, who's a brilliant comedian, and a very good friend of the show.
Yes.
Someone sent me this audio of Jeff Ross roasting Shaq at Emmett Smith's roast, like probably 15 years ago. Listen to this.
Shaq, man, you look good. You look good. Congratulations. Your knuckles look scraped. Did you walk here?
That's funny.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying Shaq looks like a gorilla, but I saw him trying to peel a microphone. Is he laughing? Shaq, you take more bad shots than Jason Williams.
Okay, Jeff Ross.
That's good.
Talk about. First of all, when you're in a setting with me, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh yeah.
You can talk about whoever you want. Me, my mama. Because guess what? When I'm laughing, I'm having a good time. When I'm having a good time, everybody's having a good time. Now these days in 2018, somebody would have probably got sense about that. But Jeff,
there you go.
That was hilarious.
Oh,
that
Jeff
really
is
was.
amazing.
There you go. He's
Jeff
awesome.
is amazing.
So much fun.
Listen, one time me and Alex went to a show. Michael Blackson, he just got
Michael Blackson.
Shaq, how you get that big? You eat people?
And Michael Blackson is a fool.
Yeah. How you get that big, mother sucker? You eat people?
All right, well, speaking of bad jokes.
Okay, you ready?
Let's go ahead and welcome John Ack.
I'm here, the mystical visitor from the East.
All right, so we asked John Ack to prepare a few thoughts on the NBA Finals. So.
Okay, and we have NBA Finals. We have all kinds of things that are going on right now.
Okay.
How about, would you like fries with that?
Okay, would you like fries with that?
What will Samantha Bee be known for next year?
No. You didn't like that one.
How about Chris Webber and J.R. Smith?
Chris Webber and J.R. Smith.
Name two people you don't want as scorekeeper on family game night.
Oh, man.
Not bad. He didn't like it.
He didn't like that at all. Oh, my gosh. Let's try this one. How about Chris Paul's hamstring and the Manaconda?
Chris Paul's hamstring and the Manaconda.
Name two things famous for getting pulled.
Better.
He was somewhat impressed with that.
How about a telescope and Kevin Durant?
A telescope and Kevin Durant.
Name two things that aren't very useful without stars around.
I like that one. I enjoyed that a lot.
You did like that one, though.
I like that.
How about Blackish, The Blacklist, and Black Lightning?
Blackish?
All right, now.
Blacklist and Black Lightning.
Name three shows you won't find on Roseanne's DVR.
Facts.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
How about Solo?
Solo.
Describe Rob Jenner's high school sexual experiences.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That cuts deep, man.
Wow.
That was personal.
John, that's not true. He used to date Rosie Palmer and all five of her
And her
sisters.
All five of her sisters. That's
All
right.
And finally, a hamburger, an NBA playoff game, and a cheerleader.
A hamburger, an NBA playoff game, and a cheerleader.
Name three.
Oh, he can't even get through it.
Name three things Marv Albert would like to sink his teeth into.
Wow. Wow.
And that.
Taking cheap shots at Marv Albert. Good for you.
And that is John Ack.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Wow.
That is low down, man.
Hamburger.
That is low down and
NBA
dirty.
playoff game.
And a cheerleader.
Sink his teeth into.
Leave poor Marv alone, man. He's paid his penance for that.
Hey, I'm telling you.
John.
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, we have
Did you know John had a male stalker?
Here we go, baby. Here we go.
Here we go. Hey,
How's your male stalker, John?
hopefully he's not around. Hey, we can't thank.
John,
What?
you got a male stalker?
Back on this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
All right, we can't thank you enough for supporting the Big Podcast with Shaq. We want to make our show stays free to download with minimal ads. So just go to podcast1.com/mysurvey and fill out our short, completely anonymous survey with crumpling papers.
It only takes about 5 minutes and helps us a ton. Just go to podcast1.com/mysurvey or go to podcast.one.com and click the survey banner. If you fill the survey out in the past, we thank you, but we still need you to do it again. Unless you're a male stalker.
In which case, never mind.
That's podcast1.com. Thank you for supporting the show and for taking the time to complete the survey.
Yeah, exactly right.
John, we need to do a skit called "If I Had a Male Stalker, I Would Want Him to Be."
Well, all right. So let me give you this one.
It's on Matthew Perry.
We're playing Beat Kazam today in the show. One of the topics is called "Somebody's Stalking Me."
Okay.
Later in the show,
I always feel like somebody's stalking me.
And I have no privacy. Oh. All right.
Well, now I gotta find the song. Hold on. Now I gotta find the song.
John,
Yes.
that's like one of those bored-ass Lifetime movies.
Starring Michael J. Fox stars in.
During the day, he's a radio analyst and host.
Somebody's
But after he
watching
leaves works, the terror begins.
The male stalker comes aboard.
All right, what we doing now?
All right, we're doing our friends at Borderline.
Yeah, we gotta wake about this.
Borderline.
How old are you?
This week's edition of Borderline.
Told you.
Thanks to Jody at our Gmail, William on
awake.
Twitter for this. This is our man Kobe.
What?
Kobe Bryant makes Borderline this
not my
week.
boy Kobe.
By the way, I
Yeah.
like Kobe's show, and I've tuned a couple episodes of Detail.
Okay.
And Kobe is doing a great job with it.
Well, listen to this analysis. What are we?
It isn't a travel guide.
We're having some interference
Yes, we're
somehow.
having
I don't
some
know where
trouble.
that came
What
from.
did you say about the show, John? No, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
That's right. Next week, it's live from Colorado.
What'd you say about the show, John? I didn't hear you. I was just
It was a really impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was all right. Well, here's Kobe breaking down Kevin Durant's game during the finals.
Coming with the right hand does nothing. KD can see it right in front of him. He can measure that distance. That's an easy shot for shooters. But coming along the side of their face and the side of that ball, now that makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, that would make you a
That
little
would make you uncomfortable. The side of the face and then the side of your arm.
And then the side of the ball.
Oh, that's terrible.
Dang, Kobe.
Kobe.
Then the ball's all sticky. You can't get.
What were you saying about that show, John?
Oh my gosh!
All right.
He hasn't missed a week yet.
Thanks. Yeah. All right. Thanks to Marvin at our Gmail for catching this. This is from Stephen Clay's postgame after Game 2. This reporter cannot get Draymond Green's name right, and it gets borderline.
Around here, we know what Draymond does in
Draymond.
Draymond. I dropped the D.
Gotcha.
Expander. Anyway.
Whoa.
What didn't we see?
I like Steph. Whoa. What'd you do to the D there, buddy?
You dropped the D.
I got to thank Matthew at our Facebook for this one. This is from an OKC game earlier this season. I don't know how we missed this, but it is stellar borderline analysis of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And it's just these weird situations where they'll be caught in traffic and they'll just stick your finger in a guy's waistband and all of a sudden something weird occurs.
What the hell is he
Oh my
talking about?
gosh! What is he saying?
I don't know.
Oh my
I don't know
gosh,
what that is.
weird.
Fired. He needs to be fired.
He needs to be fired.
And they canceled Roseanne.
Oh man, exactly.
This guy's sticking fingers in people's waistbands. Bacht at our Gmail sends this one over. This is audio of a very classic, unfortunately he's sadly passed, Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. You guys remember the crocodile hunter?
Did he get the stingray in his heart?
He got hit by a stingray, yeah, unfortunately. Steve was a great guy, but this could also double as play-by-play audio from Shaq's prom night.
He's asserting his dominance. He's trying to get over the top of her and show her who's boss. This is normal. This is natural. We're going to have to sit back and hope that he doesn't hurt her. Yes, he's got a grin from ear to ear.
Oh, my gosh.
Doesn't hurt her.
Wrestling alligators.
Seriously.
Or
Hey, you know what's crazy?
What?
I was in the Bahamas one time swimming with some stingray, and I actually thought about that, and then I kind of panicked for a second.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't, honestly, I'll be completely honest, I didn't know a stingray could, I didn't know they could hurt you, I didn't know they could kill you.
Right through the heart, they can get you.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No, because this is what happened. I was swimming, and then one of the guys pulled one up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the thing that you should see how long those daggers are." I was like, "Man,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, no, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah,
They get you one good time.
Yeah, but that stingray saw how long your dagger was. That went in the
stingray
other
was
direction.
freaking out. All right,
That stingray's back in the school telling them the same story.
You should have seen
I
it.
saw this guy once. Yes.
Oh, you should have seen it.
Man,
All
he
right.
had a dagger.
Last one. Let's close out Borderline this week. I got to thank Magic, DJB Plus, our friends at Deadspin also sent this over. This is a horse race from Remington Park in Oklahoma City. This horse's name is BOFA, Bofa D's Nuts, is the name of the horse in this race.
Making some headway. Final 100 yards for both of these nuts. Cage fighter trying to battle back. Both of these nuts. Cage fighter. Both of these nuts rolling to victory by a head over Cage fighter.
Yeah! He won the race.
Bofa D's Nuts.
Bofa
yes.
D's Nuts.
Oh, that's
is
awesome.
the name of the horse.
Oh, that is awesome.
So that is this
Great job.
This week's edition.
Both of these nuts rolling
of Borderline.
Hey, we are all now Shaq's in L.A. and we're in Atlanta, but we all are always thinking about Disney World. We love Disney. And if you remember the joy and the spirit of Peter Pan and all the other childhood stories, you didn't have to grow up because you could always visit Disney World. And Rob, you guys just got back from vacation. Absolutely loved it.
Disney World's the best. And Disney, the good thing about Disney World, too, is you don't have to have kids or any of that to be part of Disney anymore. Because Disney's got like the party stuff set up now at Downtown Disney, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, everywhere. It's just like a party atmosphere.
It is absolutely awesome.
I like because it's the perfect escape for millennials. It's a new way to experience adult without the kids. Yeah. So many cool attractions. The characters are still there. You can appreciate it as an adult. You can relive the nostalgia of Disney or create some new memories.
And I love that, too, because it's a great for our family. We're already looking at Olivia's Sweet 16 trip.
In Disney?
Which is like a year and a half out,
That's
and she wants to
scary.
go to Disney.
That's going to be fun.
And so it's the best. And we always have a great time with families, and your family will, too.
So if the world tells you to grow up at Walt Disney World, you don't have to.
And Jenners never grow up.
Oh,
None
no,
of the
of
Jenners
course
will
not.
ever grow up.
All right, well, it's time to bring back a game we haven't played since our summer Shacktacular. It's time to play Beat Kazam.
Oh, I love this.
We ain't men. We bob your head, Max.
It's time to play Beat Kazam.
Oh, I like this.
It's the rap song from Kazam, by the way. All right, so I have 5 categories for you, gentlemen. We're gonna go through them one at a time here.
Okay.
And
is this a game?
Yeah, this is
the
a game.
So,
And no cheating, Uncle Alex.
Beat Kazam.
No cheating.
So each one of these clips, each one of these clips runs about 10 to 15 seconds. I'm going to give you, after the clip ends, you have 5 seconds to give me the name of the song.
Okay.
Don't need the artist, don't need any of that. I just need the name of the song. If you cannot come up with it, the other person can steal.
Now, do we get to pick the category we want to play?
I'm just going to go them in order.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, so Shaq's going to go first.
All right.
Our first category is going to be TV theme songs.
Okay, now so Shaq gets the first one?
Shaq's got to come up with the name of the show. This will be Shaq's.
Can I steal?
If he cannot get it.
Okay, good.
All right, so Shaq, here's your show.
Nothing's going to stop me now.
Nope.
No, what's the name of the show?
No, you said the name of the song.
It's the name of the show.
I just said you the name of the show.
No, you have it on.
Perfect Stranger. Jeez.
Oh, that's a bunch of crap.
Why is it a bunch of crap?
Because I can tell that you cheated listening to it.
How am I cheated?
Because
now hold on a minute. He's in a studio with many people.
Yeah, but they got somebody playing the song.
Am I cheating? John, you know what, John? Just for that, you're not going to win today.
I'm winning. All right,
Yes.
here's
give me
John's. We're looking for John's. Can you get this TV theme song?
A child unlike other girls, she's a miracle, and I grant you, she'll enchant you at first sight.
What show is that, John Kincaid?
I have no idea.
John does not know
Play it again.
Sure, one more time.
A child unlike other girls,
She's a miracle.
and I grant you,
I can't believe you don't know this.
she'll enchant you out of sight.
Shaq, you can steal it because John doesn't know.
Miracle on 34th Street.
No, it's a small wonder. She's a small wonder.
Don't even. Was she a robot?
Yeah, it was the little girl that was the robot.
But I mean, I don't. That's like.
Right, but look, you know every TV theme song on the planet. So.
I usually do. I didn't get the easy one like
history.
Shaq's.
All right.
You just made history.
Seriously.
John.
Yeah.
Something that you didn't know.
There you go.
TV theme song. All right.
There
so
we go. So Shaq's still up 1-0.
Next category is the top songs of 2018.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to give Shaq his song first. Shaquille O'Neal, we're looking for the name of the song here. Here we go.
Woke up with that, how you doing? When he came in
perform this. She's Cuban, so I had one of my Cuban friends, Alex, try to get at it for me. Havana, baby.
Oh, there it is.
Havana, baby.
Havana. That is correct. All right, John Kincaid. Top songs of 2018. Here you go.
Switch my whip, came back in black. I'm starting saying rest in peace to Bon Scott.
Name of the song.
Close that door, we blowing smoke. She asked me light a fire.
Party Like a Rock Star.
Oh.
Nope, the answer is Rockstar.
Yeah, the answer is just Rockstar.
I'll take that point.
It's Rockstar.
No, you don't take that point.
Yes, I said Rockstar.
Oh, wow, you guys are rough.
You heard me say it right before he said it. I said that Rockstar.
Okay, you're rough. It's unbelievable.
He's dancing on your grave is what he's doing. All right, next category.
3-1? You ain't going to win, John.
No, you can't have anything.
You accused me of cheating in front of 10 people sitting in the studio.
Well, thank God you had 10 people there, just like when you took your SAT for LSU.
I didn't take the SAT. I took the ACT. It's a difference.
The ACT.
Damn. All right. The next category is the year you were born.
Okay.
So these are hit songs
got this.
from the year you were born.
This.
Shaquille O'Neal, 1972. We're looking for the title of this song.
Come on.
Well, can you get the title of the song?
Now, so let's stay together.
Let's Stay Together.
There you go. What a classic song. What a beautiful
good song.
What a beautiful song. That's a beautiful song.
Yeah, outstanding. All right,
that
John.
is one of the, that, you know, that I never think of that when I think of like the greatest songs. That's one of the greatest.
Brilliant.
That is a brilliant song.
Absolutely outstanding.
Oh my God.
One of the
When were you
best.
born, John?
1964.
1964. John Kincaid. What was the name of this hit song?
I got to think of the exact words though.
I know the answer.
You don't know the
And
title
now
of that song?
you surround me.
What's the title of the song?
Baby, where did our love go?
Oh, he got it! Where did our love go?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry. It was Where Did Our Love Go? You're right.
Where
you
did our love go?
Nicely done.
But I had to sing it to get to it.
Sure. Okay, next category. This is called Somebody's Stalking Me. All right?
Oh, Alex, listen to the Chuckle Fest.
He thinks it's great. All right.
As if there's no stalkers over in
Shaquille
Cuba.
O'Neal looking for the title
Here we
of
go.
this classic stalker song.
Every breath I take.
No.
No, I'm just singing. I'll be watching you.
All right, what's the title of the song?
Play it again. Then the moves I make.
What's the title of the song?
Yo, I got to play. I got to sing it. It's coming.
No,
Come on,
I told you I would play it once, and you had 5 seconds.
Come on. I got to get this
play it
one.
one more time.
No, you don't get it 2 times.
All right.
Every breath you take.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
I said it. That's what I said.
No, you did not say that the first
Reset
time.
the freaking tape.
And you said
you take.
You said every breath I take.
You said every breath I take.
yeah.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And you
All
didn't
right.
count
Okay,
mine
no
earlier.
problem.
There you go.
No problem. Okay.
All right, so it's 4-2 now. Kincaid's creeping
Let's see
back
if I
into
get
this
this
thing.
one thing.
All right, John Kincaid, the name of this song. Very humongous 90s hit.
I know the answer to this.
This was a huge song.
It was a huge song.
Yep, I know it too.
I didn't get any words, and I'm drawing a blank. Yes, you may. I have no guess.
John, you're not a Radiohead like me, but you're a creep.
Yeah, it's Creep.
There you go.
I'm a creep.
Yeah.
You know how I know that, fellas?
How?
I sampled that and they wouldn't clear it.
Really?
Oh, did you really?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh.
That is a fail on my part, and that is
Creep,
absolutely
Radiohead, huge song.
Huge hit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I got to
Shaquille
win
O'Neal.
both.
Last category.
I got to win both.
White
No,
guy
you won't.
classics.
Okay.
Oh, you're going
right.
to lose, John.
Well, only one of us is white.
You're going to lose, John.
All right, here you go. Shaquille O'Neal, I'm looking for the title of this white guy classic.
I just played this today.
What's the song, though?
Title of the song.
I just played this today. When I will, I'm going to take on me. Aha.
That's very good.
I swear to God, I just played this today.
Take on me, take
Here comes the high note.
You lost again, John.
Be gone.
People just wreck their cars.
Somebody had their balls cut off.
All right, John, can you come up with the title of this white guy classic here? This is a classic. Can you come up with its title?
Okay.
A classic song. An absolute classic.
Oh, it is a classic.
Can you come up with the title of the song?
I can.
Shaq says he knows it.
I
You
can.
don't know it? Shaq, what is it?
Tub thumping.
That's right.
Really
Tub
good.
Thumping.
Really
Yep.
good. Yeah, you did.
The band, by the way, named Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba.
That's right.
Yep. Oh, my God.
Their one and
It's a
only hit.
massacre right now.
I told you
sure
wasn't going to
is.
win, John.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
it
is
was.
not-
Made me
This
mad.
is not good.
Man,
John.
there's your winning song.
John.
Yes.
You accused me of cheating like Alex had the speakers to the headphones and he was playing it up against Shazam, giving me the answers.
Yeah,
That's
I just
how
want to
you
know.
treated me right
There's
now.
like 5 people in there with pens and paper slipping you notes. It's like 10th grade biology.
You're talking to me like Alex put the speakers up against the phone and pressed the Shazam app, and we got all the answers. That's how you're talking to me right
As
now.
if I didn't know that's how it happened.
Yeah, that's
unbelievable.
unfounded allegation.
Hey, it's unfounded.
That's how you talking to me right now.
Great job today on the Big Podcast with Shaq. Be sure to be rating us there. And go to Podcast One. Take the survey.
Oh, yeah, please do that.
Please take the survey like we asked you
And
to
if
do.
you review us on iTunes, leave us a nice little review or rating.
Tell us what you think.
Helps keep us on the charts.
And remember,
don't put us under fire.
The Big Podcast, the Big Podcast with Shaq at gmail.com.
Big
On
Podcast with
Instagram.
Shaq. On Instagram, the Big Podcast with Shaq.
And I just joined Instagram.
Oh, you're finally
2
on the
days
gram?
ago. And my
Oh,
first
boy.
post is a street sign with hell with the icicles coming off of it.
Hell has frozen
So I
over.
finally joined Instagram.
What's your
too.
Instagram?
Kincaid68.
Okay, very good.
Kincaid68. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. Great job. Be
Shaquille.
sure to be listening. Shaquille, have a great week.
We'll see you next week.
On the Big Podcast with Shaq.
AP News headlines are coming up next.
Seriously.
See you.
The Big Podcast with Shaq is a presentation of Podcast One. Follow Shaq on Twitter @Shaq and follow Kincaid @John Kincaid. Also, check out the podcast page on Facebook for photos, behind-the-scenes video, and more. New episodes are available every Monday at podcastone.com. That's podcastone.com.
Singapore Summit. I'm Ed Donahue with an AP News Minute. The North Korea-U.S. Summit gets started soon, and the White House is already making a change to President Trump's schedule. The AP's Sagar Magani has the story.
He was scheduled to leave for Washington Wednesday morning, but the White House says that's been bumped up 15 hours, and the president will now depart tomorrow night. The administration says talks with North Korea have moved more quickly than expected, though it did not specify what, if any, progress has been made so far. Just hours before the White House statement, the president's top diplomats seemed to lower expectations for the summit.
Defense scholar and defense analyst Benjamin Friedman says there are modest expectations for the summit.
Success would be probably a summit that doesn't end in acrimony and that leads to further negotiations towards some sort of disarmament deal. Probably it's not going to be full disarmament by the North Koreans.
I'm Ed Donahue.